LaWanda Longstreet-Hart, a current middle school instructional support advisor. Before we dive into the course, we will have a message from our very own Deputy Superintendent of Schools and Academic Support, Dr. Angela Whitelaw. Please listen in and be encouraged.
Educators, thank you for taking the time to review key points of information that will go into effect during the upcoming school year. Throughout this video presentation, we will share updates concerning the new Memphis-Shelby County Schools grading scale and provide helpful hints regarding access, equity, and students' grades. Let's first start with the new grading scale. You see the former MSCS grading scale, but now following the guidance from the Tennessee Department of Education, MSCS has adopted a 10-point grading scale. An A will now range from 90 to 100. A B will range from 80 to 89. A C will range from 70 to 79. A D will range from 60 to 69. And an F will consist of grades 59 and below.
Hello, parents. Hello, administrators and teachers. My name is Michael Lowe. I'm the Director of Equity and Access for Shelby County Schools. I want to encourage all of us to use the best and most effective practices for our grades in this school year. Our grading protocols reflect the efforts of our students with project-based learning, with homework, with quizzes, with tests. New information out of Chicago in their research brief has stated that GPA and grades are most effective correlates of college success than even ACT scores. So we want our children to continuously be sorted in and not cast away because of poor grades. I want to encourage you and let you know that grades are more than just giving assignments. Grades are a turnaround effort to make sure we get the best and pull the best out of what our students can do, to cultivate genius and make sure that they are learning every single day. Again, my name is Michael Lowe. I want to encourage you to continuously have a good year, and let's do the best and call our students in and let them see what they can be in our grading practices.
Now take a moment to think about or share something positive that happened today, or shout out a teammate if you're with your team. Please adhere to the norms on the screen or the norms set by you and your team. Today's session will seek to begin the conversation on this question: how can we strengthen our students' success and passing potential during the upcoming school year and as we continue to shift our instructional practices? The goal of this session is to examine Memphis-Shelby County Schools grading expectations, content-specific grading guidance, best practices, and barriers to success for the purpose of strengthening grading practices for the upcoming school year. In this session, teachers will discuss barriers to success as it relates to student outcomes and grades. Teachers will identify core curricular components that may serve as formative and summative grades, which align to the Memphis-Shelby County Schools grading categories and weights. Teachers will share successful tips and tools for grading practices. Let's complete the do now. Think about the following: a student or students who is experiencing success in your class and a student that is experiencing challenges. Your grading expectations pre-pandemic and now, and how they have changed. Then I need you to jot down and share how you have helped students experience success in your classroom and have your grading expectations shifted to accommodate the implications of the pandemic. Now that we are aware of the goals for today's session, let's dig into the learning. First up, we want to build on our do now, where we began to discuss some of the gaps that exist around student success. Take a moment to engage in a professional reading. As you read, please keep the following questions in mind. What resonates with you? What aligns to what you already do at your school? And in the article, what interests you that you have not already thought about? The four components at the heart of high-quality instruction are consistent opportunities to work on grade-appropriate assignments, strong instruction that lets students do most of the thinking in the lesson, a sense of deep engagement in what they are learning, and teachers who hold high expectations for students and truly believe they can meet grade-level expectations. Please jot down or share how you are promoting the component you feel strongest about. As we diagnose grading practices, allow these key components to stand at the foundation of access, equity, and student grades. Now we will dig a little deeper into some of the barriers that are preventing our students from achieving successful grades. Discuss your responses to each of these questions before moving forward. What current barriers are you encountering with students achieving successful grades? Are you experiencing any challenges instructionally? And have you had any challenges with collecting and grading work? And lastly, what are the perceived factors which contribute to these barriers? Now, let's review the Memphis-Shelby County Schools grading policies. The district believes that providing academic grades is important to ensure that students and parents receive information regularly about student academic progress to facilitate learning and parent engagement. This grading protocol, aligned with board policy, sets forth district-wide standards for grading students in grades 6 through 8 and provides a foundation for consistent grading practices from teacher to teacher and school to school within the district. We will consider to what extent do you adhere to the district required grading categories and weights. In the grading protocol, there are 4 categories with specific weights and a minimum of 4 assignments each. Homework, weighted at 10%, class participation, 5%, classwork, 40%, assessments, 40%. Reflect on if this is how you viewed each category. Next, we will explore best practices for consistent grading. Using this template as a guide, take some time to collaborate and share out assignments you use for each category. Here are some examples of assignments that you could use for various grading categories. Please note that this is not an exhaustive list. We have explored the different types of assignments you could collect for each grading category. Now we want to think about the practices you have found helpful when identifying tasks, collecting work, creating makeup opportunities, and also planning scaffolds for learning. Share one thing you will commit to doing in terms of grading practices. Let's take this opportunity to revisit our grading question. How can we strengthen our students' success and passing potential during the upcoming school year and as we continue to shift our instructional practices? Share your thoughts with your team or jot them down to reference during the 2022-2023 school year. Our next steps are teachers will implement one new grading practice learned in today's session to increase student success. And teachers will continue the conversation started today with the members of their school faculty. A wise man once said, "The end is merely the start."
We hope you take what you learned today and add it to your toolbox of resources and strategies. Students can learn without grades, but they can't learn without timely and descriptive feedback. Equitable and proactive grading practices begin with you. And I know you have what it takes to bridge our grading gaps as we reimagine education in Memphis-Shelby County Schools. Together, we must believe. Together, we will achieve. Together, we are reimagining 901.
Thank you for engaging in this session with us. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Dr. Tanya Cooper at coopertd@scsk12.org. Thank you so much.